What do you think of when I say the word Islam?
Different. It's a loaded question.
I think of like people in robes and head wraps.
I just think of a culture.
Poverty?
I don't know.
Americans are surrounded by media. Whether it's TV, movies, or social media, we are constantly influenced by what we see and hear. One area which the media has had a particular effect is on the American public's opinion of the religion of Islam and Arabs in general, often misportraying and misinforming in a negative light, and spreading the idea that the actions of one represent the beliefs of all.
Who's they?
They, the terrorists, the Islamic fascists that President Bush is talking about, and I'm glad he's finally saying that, because he's tried to say that Islam is a religion of peace, which is not true.
Our goal is to spend 15 days living as American Muslims, whether it's practicing Ramadan, which is fasting between sunrise and sunset, or wearing hijabs, which are traditional headscarves worn by many Muslim women. We hope to gain a better understanding and a greater insight into a culture many Americans do not completely understand. We hope to portray their lives in a way that the media does not often show. This is our project. This is our idea.
It's really unfortunate that, like, a lot of people of our generation, things like 9/11 were really what brought us into the first, like, experience.
The news, I guess, just watching stuff on the news.
I honestly don't know that much. I've met a few different people, but as far as the religion and the culture, I don't know that much about it.
So, day one, kinda nervous. I got the hijab on okay. Took a little while. I don't know, I guess I'm feeling a little nervous. My heart's actually pounding.
It did take me a while to get my hijab arranged, and I'm not sure that it's as neat as it could be. It seems okay from the front. I kind of have a tail going on the back.
And the fact of the matter is that there are many Muslim women who are out there, who are assertive, who are, they're Muslim Nobel Peace Prize winners and what have you. And I think that this, and then some people assume that by the way people dress that they must be oppressed. So if you see a woman covering her hair, oh, she must be oppressed. But the nun who's covering her hair, no, she's good. This is unfair, of course, because there are many Muslim women who are covering their hair not because they have to, or not even because they're pressured to, but because they want to.
It's always like, are you forced to wear that? They never ask, why do you wear that? And I feel like when they say, are you forced, or, who's making you wear that, it almost makes me like, I guess I get really ticked off because I'm like, no one's making me do it, If you understood it, maybe then you would take a step back and say, oh, okay, that's why. They look at it as like we're oppressed, but really it's a beautiful thing after you learn what it really means to be covered up and hide the things that you do hide.
Feeling good. For breakfast this morning, I had some Special K, chocolatey delight, so it's pretty good. It's a solid breakfast, full of vitamins and minerals, so hopefully that'll get me through the day. But yeah, feeling good.
It is 7:20 p.m. It is after sunset. I've been home for about a minute. I've had this much water. This was full to about here. So I'm kind of been a little bit thirsty today. Lesson of Ramadan number 1. Make sure you get up for breakfast. making sure I do that tomorrow. Even though tomorrow's my day to sleep in, I will gladly forego sleep in order to eat so that I am not super thirsty when I get home.
I guess the biggest problem I ran into throughout the day was just being really, really thirsty. I got up probably at 6:30 this morning, drank a bunch of coffee like I usually do, and that was a bad idea because I was really, really thirsty all day.
I mean, it's going to make you to appreciate what you have, what you've been given, what other people don't have, so that you can just say, like, have like an outside view of like all these people that are so misfortunate that don't have the things you do. But then also at the same time, just how empowering it is to think that you can go through exactly the same schedule you do every day, the other 11 months of the year, and not eat or drink the entire day. I mean, that's very powerful.
Ramadan can be difficult, especially when it falls during the school year, which it has several times. I mean, your body gets used to it, your body adapts, and a lot of times it's more psychological than physical, I find. But I had to study for exams while fasting. I had to go to meetings and events and lead meetings and events. And it was hard because sometimes I would be tired and I felt like I couldn't necessarily express that because people would just say, well, why don't you just break your fast or why don't you just eat? And they didn't understand necessarily the significance for me to do that.
The girls kept trying to come over and play, and then my mom's like, oh, you're more than welcome to come, like, we're having a movie downstairs. She's like, well, my mom doesn't want us to play with you guys because you guys wear those things and you could potentially bomb us.
Today I also noticed more people staring. I feel like it happens more frequently in situations where, like, I'm walking down the hallway and there's just, a few people there walking in the opposite direction, and I'm clearly noticeable as something that is different than maybe what they're used to.
It's just people would respect me more. It's really starting to suck. And I still have like 12 or 13 more days. So we'll see how everything else goes.
And then people started asking like, oh, like, why aren't you eating yet? And so I told people about our project and I got called a terrorist. Kind of sucks, people, your whole life. Like, they might have been joking, but it's one of those things, like, really? Thanks.
Wait, what is this? That guy right there. Oh yeah, he's a coat to wear. Please look at that.
What's his issue?
What the hell?
He flipped us off for absolutely no reason except for the fact that he saw that we were wearing hijabs and therefore we were Muslim. We didn't do anything, we weren't driving in the same lane as him. We didn't say anything to him, obviously, since
was he offended that I passed him on the highway?
I mean, we were in different lanes.
On the left side?
On the left side.
Yeah, because then you got around the semi and he just flew up around us.
No, just to flip us off. He literally
and then he slowed back down.
And then he got in front of us, flipped us off again, and then stopped just
like
to
hit his brakes.
Well, the big issue for American Muslims is which part of my identity do I privilege? Do I privilege the American identity or the Muslim identity? And then the question becomes, can they be in harmony with one another, or are they in conflict with one another? It would only be an issue if you believed that the Muslim identity is in conflict with the American identity. And I don't believe that they have to be. In fact, I think there's good reason that they shouldn't be in conflict. But I think those are the issues that come up with American Muslims.
And so I guess my lesson from this experience is that the world is a diverse place and you really can't predict how people are going to treat you.
Just keep patient and keep your goal in mind and try your best.
And it was really great, like, that we have been doing this together. Just the support of everyone else, really all my friends, my family. That's been really helpful too. I don't think I could have done it without them.
I always say, before you judge somebody, walk a mile in their shoes. Well, I don't know if it was a complete mile, but we gave it our best.
wearing the hijab has taught me that I am myself and there's no one else I can be. So, yeah, wish me luck on the last day.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, I thank God I'm breathing, and I pray don't take me soon, cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know